Welcome back, people, to Symphony of the Night. And yeah, this is the third screen, as I stated. This is the one we're going. We're in the Marble Gallery, and we're starting anew. It's been a while, I know. I've had issues with my throat, so there was something I missed a bit ago, but I'm gonna go through it. I still have to return there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yet, that is. Yeah, give me that. There we go. These guys, Fleamen, they're incredibly obnoxious because of this. If you miss them once, you're gonna have a really hard time dealing with them. And their timing is very precise.
Wait, are you human? What are you doing here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Likewise. I'm Maria. And you are?
Alucard.
Well, if you're a better swordsman than a speaker, perhaps I'll see you again. Farewell.
That is the same Maria Renard we found in Rondo of Blood. You can see she's 16 years old right now. Well, at least at the time of this game, anyway. There. There is something I want to do in the clock room, but it's still a few ways off. Don't want that. That's a bouncy laser that really doesn't do half as much good as it should. Hey, thank you. Something that I appreciate of later games is that they get way better with the knockback, as in, it takes a few hits in order for it to happen. All of those skeletons just pestering and pestering. This clock, keep it in mind, it's right here and you will need it. If you want to keep it, go right ahead. I just don't like the clock overall. But it does have some use. Actually, the next boss is vulnerable to the clock in and of itself. In case you don't notice, I'm slashing as fast as I possibly can in order to not take the hit. This is a blue door. We need to get something to be able to go through that blue door, and I think I know what it is. I just don't remember where it is. So, if you can't tell by my throat, I have some sickness issues. Or by how much I'm clearing it, rather. Holy water is awesome for this. The one in which they're facing to the same spot has a lot of money. Yeah, the holy water does short work of almost everything in the game. This is the one that has 250. If you notice, there is no scoreboard in this game, and that's because this version, or rather, the Metroid-style Castlevania games did away with it. You no longer need the score. It's not even. There is something interesting that happens at random. There is a gargoyle form that Alucard can take. It's really good. I'm not gonna bother with it because I'd be wasting a lot of time. Throwing axe, no. I don't think I'll need it yet. This is the outer wall, and basically where we're supposed to go. The Zircon is gonna come in handy shortly. I wanna go down first. Look at the damage this does. Yeah, in this game there is a difference that saves you from petrification, and that is the color of the Medusa heads. Phew. Those are the armor guards. They are incredibly obnoxious to deal with. Notice, and here's a pod roast. This theme is really a remix of the last one we were hearing, so I won't stop from. We need something here. Mist could pass. That's a hint that you need to find something. They said there's no risk of being petrified in this because blue Medusa heads don't petrify you, and the ones that do, we haven't dealt with them just yet. But they're still incredibly obnoxious. That pattern is obnoxious. Here there is something interesting. See that bird? There's an achievement if you move around a lot and... Now this is what I was looking for. My last playthrough, for some reason this didn't happen. That's the ferryman. So you stick around and watch everything there is to watch in here. It doesn't gives you an achievement. That's all there is to it. And that's everything we can do for now in this section of the game. Damn it! Look at this, and there are no invincibility frames whatsoever. If I see the guard again, I'm draining him. If I don't, I'm gonna look for something to drain. These jars never get their items respawned, by the way. That one we can't get to yet. There is still something we have to do before doing so. We need to get another ability, and this is another one. This is an Axe Knight. I don't remember, I think we've already dealt with these. If we haven't, well, there they are. We saw them in Rondo of Blood as well, and they're way more obnoxious there than they are here. Then again, in there you're a human. In here you're essentially a demigod. This is a hard mix, and I don't want to go in there just yet. I'm gonna save before doing anything else. I think I'm understanding that Alucard doesn't get item crashes, but they're still okay to have around. And so this is the next boss fight. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it is. Doppelganger 10, or level 10 if you want to call it. This guy is copying Alucard and everything he basically has. Everything you do, this guy can do. Be careful, because if you corner him that far enough, he's gonna turn into a bat and attack you like that. I'm not doing the best I can, but that's because I don't know, because the the crouch thrust is very finicky, and I never learned how to use it. He is taking more damage than he does to you, so use it to your advantage, and there it is. The fight isn't that hard. he's weak to the clock, so you can also do that. And here we get the next boost. He's always gonna turn into a bat and ram you if he gets to those ramps. Know that and use it to your advantage. It's the best I can give you, and the fight overall is pretty easy once you realize what you have to do to beat him. I just saved because I am incredibly overprotective of what I do. Nothing generates in this room ever again until later on, I think. And this is the Gladius, which is a bit better than what we got. Not that much, but hey, it's good enough. This jump, you're not supposed to be able to do it just yet. But if you know how sprites and work jumps, yeah, you can measure enough to get there. That elevator is eventually gonna unlock. By eventually, I mean in a few minutes. That door leads to another area that I don't want to go in there, just go in just yet. And hey, the skeleton apes. And those are those annoying guards. They're way easier to handle now than as per usual. Archer skeleton and sure skeletons. Look at that. That's something that we want. Here, I do want to go in here though. Not to the other one just yet, but I do want to get here. This is called a warp room. This is the scorpion warp room. It takes me back to the horse room. You want to go here, so that you can get this, the hard boost. And now that I'm here, I might as well do what I want to do, what I was supposed to do here. That remains open permanently. I think it carries over through the entirety of the game. I don't recall. Remember that you can use those to heal with Dark Metamorphosis. Ugh. And yeah, here you don't have to press up to take the stairs, if you didn't notice from part 1. So here what you want to do is land here. Yes! Another health up. That one is another tricky jump that you are not supposed to be able to make without another upgrade that you're about to get. But there is a certain place where you're about to tumble, and there you go. That's really all there is to it. If you're not confident, you can always use a save point up there as well. That was pretty convenient. CD in case... There's nothing special to that, it's just... it's just the game showing that it's a CD, and also... I think this is a loading screen. In other words, it's loading the entirety of this section. Watch out with these guys, because as you see, they hurt. But as always, holy water just outright wrecks them. Stupid knockback. I know that I'm getting hit because I'm dumb, but look at how... That's a hanging corpse, by the way. And this is what I was talking about once... Ugh. There it is. Now that means that you can use the elevator. Here it's the same case as the previous jumps. And there's the gold Medusa head. And look, there was this petrify. I never had a drop from these guys. Whatever, so... this is a very tricky jump. You saw there that I was able to do it because... The game seems to have an exploit where you can jump immediately as you're falling off. That's something that you want to do in order to make jumps that you can't without a double jump. Spoiler alert, we get a double jump in this game. So the reason for activating the elevator is not only the shortcut, but this. We get the wolf transformation. To transform, you press R1. You can't do anything else with the wolf yet. That's another section that we won't visit, but I want to take this. And this is a save room that I'm gonna use, because the next section I'm going for, I think may not be so bad without it. Next thing to do is head to the library and get something from there. Spoiler alert, also there is a library in this game. Though, even if you haven't played this game, you already know that. There's no need to even go through it. I think so. Press down or up according to where the elevator is, and you will move. I am basically next to the section, but I want to fill the map. You want to ask yourself, how much does the map matter? Well, the map determines the kind of ending you get once you get on track. In a manner of speaking. So, I think I'll end it once I do what I want to do here for now. The long library. So, this was useful because I got this. And that would be basically everything I want to do here for now. However, there's more to do in this library yet. Yeah, this decapitated guy seems to have a thing for me. This library, interestingly enough, is different later down the road. For those of you who know, let's not spoil it to anyone who hasn't played the game, because this is one of the best things. And we get the few uncursed potions. Watch it with these guys because they are annoying. They're weak to holy water, I think? Oh no, they're weak to another weapon that we still don't have. Watch it with those books. They are actually magical books that are meant to attack for some reason. You could say that literature is on the offense now. You could say that this is very offensive literature. There you go. I had to do it. I don't care. I know it was terrible. And I am not ashamed of having done it. Here we get the fairy scroll. And yeah, you can see that I have a few list of names here. What that means basically is that now What the first scroll does is that it allows you to see what enemies are, or rather the enemy names. It doesn't seem to work on bosses for some reason. Regardless, this is useful. Because there is an achievement for the bestiary if you kill for that. The bestiary, of course, means you have to take it on every single enemy that is charted in a beast chart that we'll see shortly. And there you go. Stop it! Also, you want to farm money.
It's been a long time, old one.
Eh? Why, it's Master Alucard. Come to visit, have we?
I need your help.
Oh, but young Master, I could never betray the good Count.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
Yes, this guy
How about this?
allows himself to be bribed, essentially. This is why we need to come here. This is what allows you to enter the blue doors.
Thank you.
These are useful, and if you get money eventually, you want to buy some. These are use items. They aren't that good. You want some of these.
Thank you.
You'll see later on why we want those. This you can use if you want. I don't go for it. Also, something that I forgot. All of these are items you can find, but if you don't want to, you can always buy them from here. And actually, there are some really good stuff you can buy here. This is one that gets you an achievement as well. I am gonna get it. This doesn't do much, it's really not that good. This is okay, but you get something better easily. Duplicates use items, I don't get what it does, but it seems so pointless. This. I want to use this spell. If you want to know what that means, the scrolls are what teaches you how to learn to use those magic spells. That's it.
Thank you.
And that will be it. This is the enemy list, and this is where the bestiary goes. You can see everything that you should.
How about this?
And this gives you a strategy guide, in other words, for dealing with enemies that you've already beaten. That's all there is to it. So, I'll get a save point and end it right there. There isn't much we can do here otherwise, so now what we have to do is head to the locked doors. There is also a glitch you can use in the clock tower room if you know how to exploit the wolf form, but I'm not gonna show it off. There is something that I want to do before that. Like I said, the Jewel of Open allows you to enter blue doors. You want to use that in two specific locations. Yeah, Curse doesn't let you attack, but you can use your secondary weapon. So you're not entirely defenseless until it goes away, which it already did. You could use a warp point, but I'm not going there just yet because there's another door that I want to unlock that is close to the outer hall, to the outer wall, which is where we are right now. But for now, I'm going to save my progress in the save room that's before Doppelganger 10. And I'll meet you guys, well, when I'm in the room I want to go to. That's all for this episode of Symphony of the Night. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. This has been Ezra-san. Laters.